Well, hello everyone. How are you all? So good to see you guys as usual on a Monday for me, a Sunday for you, wherever you are. And just want to give some shout outs to you guys. Seeing you going off over here already. And as Axe says, our family is here. Yay. Welcome everybody. Awesome to see you guys. Love catching up with you every week. And yeah, look, I see we've even got someone from Peru today. That was Carlos. Good to see you, Carlos. How's everything in Peru? Fantastic. So shout outs to my regular family that are here and to new faces as well, of course. Big shout out to Alexi and Belarus, Christine and Axe. Always good to see you guys. And Daryl's probably over there somewhere. Hey, Daryl. And Dave, Mike Chinia, thank you for your little donation this morning, Mike. That was just beautiful. Smiling Man is here, everyone. Got Maria Curry. Good to see you, Maria. And Crimson, good to see that the video is working for you today, my friend. Excellent, good news. All right, and I saw Dave. Excellent, good stuff. Facundo Perez should be home shortly, everyone. So he's thanks for coming in to say hi anyway, Facundo, wherever you are, and you're still on the road. Very good. Excellent. Yay. Awesome. Oh, sorry to hear that, Christine, about Daryl. Hope you're feeling better soon, Daryl. I'm sure your beautiful wife is looking after you just beautifully. All right. So, you guys, there is a lot going on today, as you've probably worked out. There is, we've got so much going on. Randy Beard, good to see you as well. Hey. Awesome. So, yeah, we've got so much going on today. Obviously, we're going to start with like the Q&A kind of section, which is the new thing. I like to start off with that first. We've got Industrial Dancer interview with JavaxChaos today, which is really cool. Javax is he's like a real pro in the scene. Him and his crew, they're amazing dancers. They just make amazing videos, and yeah, can't wait to share that with you anyway. JavaxChaos, been looking forward to this interview for a little while. And then we're going into topic of the week this week. We kind of chose this, I think, all together last week because of like someone who was here that had been through a breakup, and I've had some messages through the week saying how this relates to a lot of people. So it's really cool, I think, to share a little bit on this one. The topic of the week being how to deal with a breakup. So we've all been through that at different times. You know, it's not something that's foreign to most of us. Yeah, and that's a cool topic, I think, to share a bit of love on, put some different light on it and that kind of thing. And then also big news is the brand new Industrial Dance video project, which is launching today. Basically, this is kind of like the big reveal on my live stream, so very exciting. And yes, going to be sharing with you guys the promo video for that here first, and it'll go public after the stream. So very cool. Hey, Lotha and Steve Beecham, good to see you guys sneaking in there. Excellent. Crimson, Rybin. There you go. Hey, Rybin, good to see you as well. Excellent. So then, of course, we're going to have our trivia and giveaway as usual. And for anyone who might not know, we have the giveaway every week, which is going to be 3 EPs going out to one lucky person who is one of the people who has shared and liked and done the thing on the Facebook page. So if you're not connected with me on Facebook, please come and connect on the page, because your name ends up in this magic Axe Genesis purple bowl. Fantastic. And then we do the big draw. Somebody wins 3 EPs every week. So very exciting, you guys. All right. And Michael Danford, don't know if I said a shout out to you yet, but fantastic. Good to see you here as well. Nilton. And something about Brazil. Fantastic. And Dan Chase from Minnesota. Excellent. We're covering a bit of territory in the US over there now. It's excellent to see. Awesome. All right. And just to remind you guys, like, we're doing the Q&A section first. So I'm going to address a couple of questions that actually came up from, I think it was from the chat last week. So if you have any questions come to mind, throw them in the chat, because the really cool thing about YouTube now is that it does actually keep the chat, keep the questions. I can actually check back through this section and go, oh, that's a really cool question. I'll check back in on that one, sort of thing. Yeah, and so a couple of questions that I'm going to respond to first were actually, I'm pretty sure, from last week. And Facundo, one of these questions was yours, my friend. So the question was, how do you go about selecting the dancers for the industrial dance video projects? And look at that, we're going to move on to the Q&A graphic as well. So how we go about selecting them, it basically depends on the project. Say like the project that we're revealing today, the one that's going to be coming up, is pretty much open to as many dancers as possible. So I'm going to see how many we get. You know, you never really know, like it depends on people's schedules and all that kind of thing. How many can be sort of putting in their submissions for it. But like, let's say going back to the first one was Cybersex, which was really just looking for 3 dancers. So that worked out perfect for that particular video. We just had this vision of using 3 dancers for that one. The next project after that was Oblivion, where I actually hand selected the cast. I sort of found out Dust Club, who I'd worked with the first one for Cybersex, they didn't really want to do like contests anymore, so that was fine. I kind of went on my own and went, okay, well, I'm just going to ask a few of the dancers who participated in the contest for the first one, see if they'd be open to sort of working with me and putting together a video and everything like that. So yeah, that worked out really well. It was more like a hand sort of selection of dancers there. And then after that, I really did want to open it up to be more of like a project rather than a contest or competition or anything like that. I like that feeling around it a lot better. And yes, so that one after that was Human Industrial Mix. And so opening it up to really being more like a project and just allowing people to submit and just see how many sort of turned up. And I think we had about 25 dancers in that particular one, which was just brilliant. And it was a really perfect amount of dancers and just really worked with the whole sort of storyline and everything, and really loved that. And that was the first video of mine that like JavaxChaos was in, and yeah, some of the other people from his crew as well, so that was really cool. And then after that we did another project, so Need to Change was the next one after that, and that was really opening it right up, and I was pretty blown away by the amount of dancers that submitted videos. I mean, it went up into the 40 something kind of bracket there, and a lot of editing. Hey Eduardo Romero, he's very excited about the new project. Yay, good to see you, Eduardo. Hey to you in Brazil. And yeah, so then the last project, Skyscrapers, I actually was looking for a specific amount because it was a continuation from the Human Industrial Mix. I felt like it needed to be about the same amount of dancers there. So when I put out this sort of video and then open it up to the dancers, and they send through their sort of links to videos which I can download and so on, and go through the process there. So it's kind of like, really, I give them guidelines, I give the dancers guidelines as to what we're looking for. In this particular, I can't wait to share this with you guys. It's a really inspiring song. I'm kind of like revealing parts of it in the promo and only parts of it in the sample that the dancers will get, because I really want to do a big reveal on the song when it's actually released, because it's just got a particular energy to it. Like, the dancers will get a feel for it and what they're working with, but it's just, yeah, bit of inspiration in this one. I can't, yeah, I just can't quite explain the amount of inspiration in this one. A lot of like tears flowing when hearing the final mix, and just, yeah, it's right from the heart. Yeah. Anyway, just got to stop raving about it, and we'll carry on with that. But yeah, so essentially, I don't know if I've really answered your question, Facundo, but it's kind of like working project by project and seeing, you know, what the requirements are or the feel for the actual video, and going from that. But yeah, because this next project is really about inspiration of dance and music, I'm opening it up to as many dancers as possible, and with just a couple of little guidelines on it as to what I'd like to work with. But apart from that, it's really about them being inspired. So filming where they're inspired to, wearing what they're inspired to wear, and yeah, a bit of creative freedom in that. So it'll be really interesting, and see what goes on. But yeah, fantastic. So that was that particular question. And there was a question from Angel. I don't know if I've seen Angel yet today. Might be busy, but that is all good. Angel asked a question which was basically about what would be your advice for someone looking at getting into making music. And it was great, like Tom Cott was here and answered a few sort of pointers on that particular one. But yeah, it's like, gosh, it's quite a big process when you're going into the whole music creation. But my advice sort of right at the start, like if you're absolutely starting from scratch with making music, I mean, I come from a piano background, so this is sort of would be my particular take on it. And this is coming obviously from a piano background, but at the same time, I don't believe that anybody needs to be able to read music to be able to write music. You know, I work with pretty amazing people who can't read a note of music, and it's not necessary. If you've got the ear for it, you've got the inspiration for it, then it's not necessary. So yeah, absolutely, you can find your way around. You know, everybody's got an ear, I think. And yeah, so my advice would be sort of starting from scratch. You get a keyboard, and the main thing is to make sure it's got MIDI in-out inputs at the in and out puts at the back there, because that is really what you're going to need in order to be able to connect it up with sort of some software. And you know, if you're going to progress further than just tinkering around and playing with some chords, then that would be, you know, a really, really essential component there. So yeah, before making like a major commitment, I think financially, to the whole sort of getting yourself set up with the equipment and all that kind of thing, I would sort of get a keyboard just with the capabilities to go further, but just to play around, get a feel for some chords, get a feel, you know, maybe look up a few YouTube tutorials on just sort of basic principles of making chords and that kind of thing. And then also you might have some sort of beat in there, like it might be really bad, and you know, you just work through it, be patient in the process kind of thing. But you know, if you are playing with some chords and playing with some beats, then you'll get a feel for, like, is this something that really inspires me? You know, there is going to be a big learning curve around it, so get a feel for whether or not you actually want to go further with it before really committing, is what I would suggest. You might play around and go, oh my god, this is amazing, I have visions of where I could go with this, and yeah, see how that, you know, feels for you, and explore that a little further. So, you know, I started out with the most basic, like, oh my god, really crappy equipment. I mean, no offense to people who I borrowed it off, but it was, you know, really basic, really dodgy sort of equipment, but I could get my ideas down, and that was really what was the most important thing there. So it's kind of like just letting yourself get started, make those first sort of inroads into exploring some creative ideas and see what comes up from that. And then if you're a bit more serious, I would be looking at getting, you know, a couple more pieces of equipment so that you can actually start recording and getting down some ideas. MIDI is where all of this takes shape. So, you know, you're going to probably need to go to a music store, speak to some people there who really know the equipment, and generally everybody who works in music stores is writing music and is using this kind of stuff. So you know, you can get some good pointers there. Sometimes you can find equipment and everything cheaper online, but you may not have the support with it, and you may not have the warranties and all that kind of thing. So it can be a good security kind of thing there. But yeah, basically, if you'll be looking at what they call like a DAW, like a digital audio workstation. So you're going to need some sort of interface to get your keyboard in connecting to your computer. You're going to need a fast enough computer to handle the processing, and you're going to need the sort of software to record and write, and then start working with different sounds and bringing that into it. So not to go on too long about this, because I could talk about this for hours, as you could probably imagine. But, you know, and I'm totally open to answering more questions on this if anyone's got anything specific. But it's kind of like when you can write MIDI, you can write any instrument. You know, you can really, really open up. You can take the simplest melody. You can start, hey, happy Zorro. Beautiful to see you. Thank you, my friend. Groovy to be here with you as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, and so basically, like, what the essential part of grasping sort of the idea of MIDI is that you're writing digital notes, you're not writing audio notes. It's not something you can hear, it's like a signal and so on. And basically, yeah, the whole world opens up once you get a grasp of that, because wow, I mean, this is one of the most satisfying things in the world to me, is to see, like, take a melody, take a few chord progressions and all of that, and then start filling it out and assigning those particular notes to strings, or then to bass, then to, you know, a high string, or, you know, creating a sequence line, then playing with the different signals in that. Like, you can really, once you start to really flesh out an idea and give it more sounds and give it more atmosphere, that's when it gets really, really inspiring, and it's like, you just want to eat it. It's so good. So anyway, there's a little bit of my inspiration on writing music and where to start, but I would say start simple, start small, and just explore, you know, be patient with it. But there are literally YouTube tutorials for everything. I learnt Final Cut Pro on YouTube. I learnt how to green screen on YouTube. You know, it's like there is, if you've got a question on anything, someone's done a tutorial on it, and you will be able to get the answers there. So definitely worth exploring. It's such an inspiration, you know, and it's amazing what you can do at home yourself, and what you can learn and that sort of thing. You know, getting into things like mixing and arranging and all of that is another, you know, that's down the track, and you can learn this stuff, collaborate, learn from other people as you go. But just that would be probably my advice on where to get started. Anyway, so a couple of questions there, and I've seen a couple more questions come through from you guys, so thank you for that, and I will check in on those, and they may be part of next week's stream, see how we go there. But fantastic. Yes, beautiful. And Happy Zoro says, half of life is showing up. Dive in and the universe will provide. Absolutely, my friend. I mean, seriously, with the whole music creation, I was winging it from the start and learning it as I went, and I've done that with the whole video side of things as well. It's really like learning it as you go. So, you know, I don't believe you don't need to know everything. You need to know what next step you want to take, and yes, the universe will provide as you go along, 100%. Fantastic. Hey, Garisma. Fantastic to see you, my friend. And he's saying, internet has made life so easy. You can ask a question from India, someone in Australia can easily answer it. Perfect, my friend. I know, it's like I work with people all over the world who I've never met, but they are like remixers, and, you know, they do amazing work with us. So it's just brilliant. Love the digital age that we live in. It is amazing. And hey, Ron Carlson, don't know if I said hello to you already before, but good to see you, my friend. And the Godfather is here as well, everyone. So there we go. Sacris, good to see you. And Sacris says, if making music was easy, it wouldn't be so much fun. It's learning all the cool shit that's so great. I love that. It's so true, Sacris. Like, the learning curve is steep in the beginning, but as you learn the tools and you become more creative with it, then it becomes really inspiring. And there's always new challenges, and you're always going to challenge yourself along the way, but that's part of it. That's like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and it's about the creative process. And yeah, you know, we always have, I think you love the creation. When it's done, there's almost like this little sense of loss. It's like, oh, I don't get to work on that anymore. It's done now. I always feel that with videos. It's kind of funny. But then there's always something else coming up. So, you know, it never stops. And thank God for that. So, yes, fantastic. All right, and Eduardo, I see your question there. We'll come back to that, my friend, probably in the next Q&A section. So I'll get back to you. That is great. So moving on now, we're going to be hanging out with JavaxChaos. JavaxChaos is, as I said, an amazing dancer. He's been in 3 of my industrial dance videos so far. So Human Industrial Mix, Need to Change, and Skyscrapers more recently. JavaxChaos has a brilliant eye for the cinematic, just amazing dancer, but really, you know, quite the producer as well as video production. I think he does a bit with music as well. He just has a great all-around scope on production. And through his group, which is NGS, Next Generation Society, Freedom and Kiku, who've also been in my videos, they're part of that group there as well. And yeah, just a really amazing video creator. And there's a particular video that he's just put out recently called The Kill, and it is seriously outstanding. I really would love you guys to check this out. I've got a link to it in the description, so after the stream, please check it out because it is just amazing. I mean, I got goosebumps. I had to watch it about 3 times. It's just the cinematic work, everything that he spent a lot of time on this particular clip, and it really shows. So just brilliant, amazing music, amazing dancing. You know, NGS is one of the few groups that really choreograph and do it really well. So they're a really high level of quality coming out of this group here. So yeah, you know, JavaxChaos is someone who really supports and promotes the industrial scene as well. He's been very active in the scene for a long time. And yeah, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce to you guys if you haven't met him yet. And for those of you who do know and love him, Christine, then this is for you guys. So let's have a little catch up with JavaxChaos.
What's up guys, this is JavaxChaos and you're watching the Brioni Faith livestream on YouTube. A few years ago I've been listening to a lot of goth rock music and also medieval rock music, and I always listened to a lot of electronic dance styles as well, for example hardstyle and hardcore. And I think the bridge between them was the music style that got me into industrial dancing. It was hard electro, dark electro. So I found that with a YouTube suggestion. I found a song of Aganoise, and across that I came up on the first industrial dance videos. And yeah, the first thought, I thought like, what are they doing there? They're just waving their arms and it looks kind of stupid. But I also found some videos which I found really interesting and which really impressed me, and I thought, well, that can be a dance style that looks really good. And yeah, that was the point when I started. When I found that dance style, I really danced every week and tried to practice and all that and tried to get better, but over the last years it became more irregular. So I'm mainly dancing when I'm visiting clubs or festivals or events, but I'm not thinking about practicing really. There are just few moments when I see some dance moves which I really like, where I try to do them as well, and then this could be seen like kind of in practice, but otherwise it's more irregular. And yeah, this is happening like once or twice a month that I go out and dance. Currently I really listen to a lot of slow electronic music. For example, Gesaffelstein is really catching me at the moment, and there are a lot of similar tracks. So that's currently my mood, but not really a single track which I listen to every time and which always gets me on the dance floor. Of course, I'm adding something to the subculture because I'm producing videos and pictures. And for example, last year we organized a really huge dance event with NGS, so with my dance crew, for people in Germany, and this was a huge success. And I think the most important point for me, and I always try to drive that spirit to others as well, is to communicate with the scene and exchange yourself with the scene, and just not try always to get something from it, but also invest something, because this is keeping the scene alive, and I'm always motivated to do that. This, of of course always depends on the current music which is playing and also on the occasion and everything, because when there's a happy song with good vibes, then I feel positive energy when dancing and having fun and all that. But it can be also really aggressive when there's an aggressive song playing, so there's a lot of variation there. But in the end, dancing is always giving me the possibility to express my feelings and my thoughts and everything I'm receiving from the music, and I'm able to express that. So I think this is the main point about dancing for me. Yeah, of course, I'm producing videos, as you might have noticed. I'm currently leading the NGS project, so the Next Generation Society Dance Crew project. In my free time I also into some gaming sometimes. I like to go outside, meet friends, play Diablo or Poi, so kind of artistic things also. I always find things to spend my free time on. Of course also doing a lot of things for my studies, so different things, and dancing is by far not my only hobby. The only advice I can give you is do it. Listen to the music, watch other dance videos, try to copy that style, go into clubs. This is the most important thing. I think like 60 or 70% of my progress in dancing came because I went into clubs, because there are just so many people dancing here and you get the spirit and then you're motivated as well. So that really helped me. Communicate and exchange with others. This is also helping just to get another viewpoint, and yeah, don't start with taking videos and don't do it to upload media or something like that. Do it because you want to, because you're feeling good with dancing, and that's the best advice I can give you. So I think I've been dancing for 2 or 3 years before I recorded my own first video. I recorded some videos of my own just to see how I'm evolving, because a camera just catches this this look in another way than a mirror does when you look into a mirror during dancing. So I recorded some videos before that, but I never intended to upload them, and I also didn't dress up or something like that. And the first video that's available on my channel was also the very first video which I ever took and which I ever wanted to upload, which features my dancing. And this took me like 2 or 3 years, I think. The dream of my life is to be happy at all points. So I always want to have friends, I want to have company. At some point I will want to build up a family, I want to have a good contact with my current family and all that. That's really, I think, the most important thing for me, because I'm a really social person. I of course also had some goals, or have some goals with NGS and my own channel and all that. Always trying to get more people, more range and all that, and most importantly, be able to produce more creative content and just be a creative person. I think this is important for me, and these are my goals and my dreams. So my favorite dance move at the moment is the figure 8 arm twist. So it really doesn't have a name, I just give it that name because I think it's logical. So what I'm doing essentially is moving one hand in a figure 8 movement, and then I'm just pulling the other hand after it. And what I like about that dance move is that it looks really dynamical, and there's a lot of variational possibilities. For example, I can close my hands or I can open my hands. Currently I'm connected at the wrists for twirling. I can also connect at the elbows, which gives a little more wide feeling. And I can also work in other dance moves as well. For example, the industrial arm twisting, which I think you have seen in various videos, which I can do on and on. I can put them into that as well. Just twirling, or figure 8 twirling, and then doing industrial twirls in and out. For example, out like this. I can do them at one point, I can do them up high and up low, and I really like the feeling of that because it looks so dynamical, and I can move in a lot of other things. For example, also just twisting the arms like that, like in other dance styles, which is also possible, and I like that move. I'm just doing it at the moment all the time. I think a little bit too much, so maybe you like it as well.
right, you guys. So that was JavaxChaos. What an amazing, amazing person. And it was really funny, you know, when I first saw the interview come through and I'm seeing him do this figure 8 thing. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. So here's me sitting here trying to do it. And it's really hard. But I'm going to show you something just with both hands. I'm going to put the mic down here for a second. Because it's kind of like I was really concentrating on both hands. But it's like if you do one hand and then you let the other hand just follow, then it actually works. Because if you're thinking about it too much, it's like it's just they're all over the place and it's no good. But yes, it's like this. Alright, bit of figure 8 action. What do you reckon? I actually got some cool tips out of that myself. So, and then trying to do it with at the elbows, it's like, wow, that's really cool. So I think you'll be seeing a bit of that from me coming up. I really like that one. Thanks, Javax. I think I did it a little bit, but a little bit differently. You know, we all have our own ways of doing that. Axe is already into the figure 8 style. Good on you, Axe. Perfect. Yay. Nice one. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. It's like, don't think about it, just do it, and it works. So very, very cool. All right, nice, cool. All right, you guys. So that means we're going into topic of the week time today, and I don't know who is here that this may connect with, but we're just going to spend a little bit of time on it today, and that is the topic of how to deal with the breakup. So. It's really similar actually, and I've got obviously the Patreon live stream coming up after this one today, and I'm going to go into this a little bit deeper in there because a lot of this actually relates to how you might process the loss of a loved one as well. So there's similarities, but there's a few sort of extra layers I think with the loss of a loved one as well. So we're going to get into that a little bit over there, not getting too heavy or anything today. I think it's just about shedding a little different bit of light on this particular subject because it's something that, yeah, we all go through. We're not necessarily knowing how to bring it into balance and that kind of thing. So very, very cool. Excellent. Blippy, hey, good to see you. Let me guess. Oh, is the backing music too loud, guys? What's going on over here? I'm going to turn that down. Don't know why that was up so high. That is probably better. How's that, guys? Yes. All right. Thanks for letting me know. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think, actually, I think I do know what happened there. I did something. That should be better, guys. Sorry about that. Live streaming is always fun, isn't it? All good. Are we better now? I know there's going to be a bit of lag for you guys to come to like tell me, but I know exactly what has gone on there. And excellent, Johnny. Good. Thank you, guys. It's like control center right here. So things always go wrong. Oh my God, we had such a laugh at the beginning of the Patreon stream last week. Oh my God, you guys, it was pretty pretty funny. I got to tell you, just, you know, things always go wrong. I'm doing this by myself here, so it's kind of funny, like going from here. Yeah, live production by one person, that's it, Dave. So, you know, when I'm doing the performances, I got a team here, but when it's like me, this is it. And so it's all good fun. Yay, but thank you so much for letting me know. I would hate to sit here and like be, you know, not talking very clearly. All good. All right. So, yes, we'll just get straight into the topic of the week anyway. And as I was saying, which you probably couldn't hear, was that after this live stream today, I'm going to be hanging out with the Patreons and go into this topic a little bit deeper, which is, going, and I know Dave, face was, my face was priceless because I started streaming before I realized I was streaming, and it was all a bit weird last week, so it was hilarious. Oh God. So, yes, and then, as I was saying, we're going to catch up with the Patreons after this one today, and who knows what's going to go on there today, but I do want to go into this topic a little bit further, where we were talking about how to deal with a breakup. It's how that kind of translates to dealing with the loss of a loved one as well, because they're similar but different, and yes, very, very interesting. Like, not getting heavy, as I was trying to say before, with it. It's simply about adding some different perspectives and some different questions in mind that can really help shift it and make it, pretty cool. All right, bring it into balance. So basically, it's kind of like when you're going through a breakup, the pain that kind of you have associated with it, right? It's like this grief and all this kind of thing. But a lot of it can depend on why the breakup happened. And, it's also understanding that generally if we've got the sense of pain around it, then often that means there's still an infatuation with the other person. So you're sensing a sense of loss because you actually had them up on a pedestal and you feel like there's a gap now in your life because they're not there and they're not filling that gap or that sort of emotional need. So it's kind of like just bringing that particular aspect into balance is enough to really stop the pain and the ache and that kind of thing of missing that particular person. Because as we've talked about a little bit before, but there's no, the universe never leaves a gap. There's no loss, there's only transformation. So understanding that whatever that person represented, the traits that they held and the position that they held in your life, even though they may have left, it's now transferred to several people or, many rather than one. It's that sort of transformation between the one and the many. And it's like very, very simple sort of tools in a sense, but some really, really powerful ones to have. And I'm going to do a kind of like a little myth buster for you, if you like, here. And some of this, I hope it doesn't challenge anyone too much, but it's just something to kind of think about. But essentially, there's no such thing as a one-sided breakup. So it's basically whatever the reason was that the breakup happened, consciously or unconsciously, if two people need to move apart, then it's necessary for both sides. And there's always a learning, a lesson, or a rebalancing that's needed for both sides, regardless of what the events are leading up to that. So if it's somebody that's really, really put this person on a pedestal and they, are infatuated with them, they really subordinate to them as well. You can find that if you're doing that in that position, then your self-worth goes down and your life becomes this person. Then, there's clearly a rebalancing that needs to take place there. And even though consciously you may be fixated on them, unconsciously you actually want this to change because it's not healthy for you. It's also not healthy for them because, it's out of balance. They're not going to feel a same level of balance and respect with a partner who's actually putting them up too high on a pedestal and that sort of thing. So there's always a rebalancing that will happen if things are really out of balance. So again, it's sort of whether it's conscious or unconscious, we do need to kind of bring it back to balance there. So, the biggest thing to get over when we're dealing with is that sense of missing a person. So the degree, I think, to how much you miss them is really how much you're infatuated with them. The thing is, right, that you do not miss what you resent. If you've got like a friend or someone that really annoyed you, if you're the person leaving a relationship and that person really annoyed you, then it's really not that difficult for you to move on because you're going, I don't miss that. I don't miss it at all. There's going to be the other side as well. There might be the hidden infatuation and the part of you that maybe a month to a few weeks or whatever later, you will maybe have second guessing and some regrets there and think, oh, did I do the right thing? Because, that person was actually a lot better than I thought and so on. And there'll be a rebalancing there as well. But in the immediate term, you don't miss what you resent. So if you've got them on a pedestal, it's really just about needing to bring them back down a little bit off that pedestal and bring yourself back up in the equation. And then you can kind of be at a different level and that sort of thing. So, the balance is always present, whether it's conscious or unconscious. You have this like revealed conscious infatuation. There's going to be a hidden resentment. And it's interesting where, I think sometimes people have the perspective of, I've moved on from a relationship, I don't go back, I just need to leave it behind and move on, we don't look backwards and that sort of thing. And the truth is, I think that when you've had love in your life, you know, when you've loved someone in your life, then they're in your heart for life. And that's not something I think to try to push away, because if you're trying to push it away, then there's still some hidden resentment there. It's really about bringing it into a place of balance where you can be grateful for the relationship that you had, understand why you did need to part ways, but at the same time have no regrets about it, and to feel and understand yourself that much better, why it happened the way it needed to happen. And so I've got some questions here that come from DeMartini Method on this particular sort of loss gain subject. And these questions I really recommend, if you're, you know, going through this or been through this, spend a little bit of time with them, because it's like the importance of bringing it into balance is to reveal the hidden order behind why it needed to happen. You know, we can often be sort of stuck in that space after a breakup, like you feel, okay, I've gotten over it, but, you know, I'm a little bit scarred, I'm a bit wounded by it. So, you know, moving, and if there are mental sort of scars or wounds, as I think someone asked me, Midnight Almez, you know, your mental scars are just telling you that it's actually not fully equilibrated yet. If you still believe that somebody did the wrong thing, or you still believe that somehow it should have been different, then you're not seeing the perfection in what happened. And when you do perceive the perfection, there's no question around that anymore. There's no emotional baggage around it, because you see the perfection and the order, why it needed to happen. But it's kind of like going through the questions that I'm going to share with you in a moment. That will actually give you the kind of tools there and the keys to do that. I'm going to put them in the description as well, just to be able to go back over this and that sort of thing when, you know, in your own time later on. So a few pointers and a few questions to kind of sit with and to see, you know, what your feelings are on this particular thing is, well, if you start off really honest and go, okay, why did you break up? You know, be really honest about it. Try to avoid blame because they did that and that. You know, if you can try and pull it back to a factual thing, why did you break up, and be honest about it. Okay. Then why did you need this to happen? You yourself personally, why did you need it to happen? You know, why did you need to move on from this particular situation? You know, as I was talking about, there's probably been a rebalancing that's probably taken on here, and you know that's necessary in obviously your equation. So why did you need this to happen? Then the next question I would ask would be, what's the benefit to you now of not being in this relationship? You know, how is it helping you and giving you more time to yourself? You know, what are you pursuing? What are you doing that you couldn't do before? You know, because you're not in this relationship. So, you know, what freedom has it given you? What independence has it given you back, and that sort of thing. And then this is a really good one for if you're really missing somebody and that kind of thing. It's like, okay, well, spend a bit of time here. Maybe come up with 10 to 15, 20 things if you can, whatever. What don't you miss about the person? You know, we infatuate with what we do miss, and we grieve over that, and we have this like withdrawal addiction kind of process over what we infatuated with, but you don't then always focus on what you don't miss. So what don't you miss? You know, it might be some little habits, some smells, you know, like have a look at the other side, because it's really, really true. The both sides are present. You know, when we're infatuated, we fixate on all the good we see in that person. We don't see the other side. So, you know, interesting one to explore. What don't you miss? You know, it could be the snoring, could be the stinginess with money. Who knows? What could it be? So, very, very good one to spend some time on, that particular one. And then it's like, okay, so once you've seen what you don't miss, you're already starting to bring it back into balance a little bit there. Then what you do miss, and you can be honest about what it is that you think you do miss, seeing where it's changed form. Because if it's, you know, you really miss that person's affection, or you really miss that person's conversation, well, there's going to be other people who've come forward in your life that are now demonstrating those traits. And they're going to be people, it might be, you know, through a few friends, it might be through many, it might be through family, but 100% the universe doesn't leave a gap. So it's about isolating and looking for it. When you find it, bang, your mind locks in and goes, oh, that's coming from there now. And then you can look at, well, okay, so what are the benefits to it now coming through these other forms rather than the one? If it was in this one person in this one form beforehand, now it's spread out through many. Well, what's the benefit to you in that, and how is that helping you move forward? And often it's kind of like about giving your getting your independence back is a big part of this. So very, very interesting, very inspiring to actually make this transition. Yeah, and so as I said, I want to go through this a little bit more in the Patreon side of things, just to add some sort of depth to this. But the universal law behind all of this is that there's no loss or gain, only transformation. When you can see and reveal why it needed to happen, then that gives you the opportunity to really, really work through that, to see the higher order, and to understand for yourself why it was necessary. Once you can see that, and you can see the gifts that this person gave to you by, you know, being with you for a time and then moving on, you can love and appreciate them for who they are, who they were to you in your life, and then you're moving forwards without the baggage. Because when you take the baggage forward, usually you'll need to replay it in some shape or form with somebody else to then heal it and equilibrate it after that. So that's kind of the purpose in this, is to just eliminate that emotional baggage, bring things back to balance, as that's what it's always about. So anytime we've got any sort of, you know, fixation that something was bad, it was hard, it was, you know, challenging, then that's just our body and our mind telling us that we've got a lopsided perception on something. And it's so powerful to prompt those questions, find the other side, and it will help you to become more balanced in your life. You know, if you find yourself reacting to something saying, oh, that was really bad, well, you know, have a look and go, okay, well, how is it helping me? Just open the question. Even if you don't have the answer there and then, it will actually get the ball rolling and create a momentum and a bit of energy movement in that direction. So that is my particular advice on that one. But, you know, the truth of it is, from what I've looked at, is that you only truly get what you want and what you need. So when there's a breakup, it's like there is a part of us that needs it. There's a part of us that also wants it. And just going through those particular questions, as I said, which I'll put down in the description as well, you can come back to those, that will help reveal it for you. You know, if you can't see it now, if it's like still highly emotionally charged on that particular topic, then, you know, that is it. It's really, really good to sit with the questions, go through them. Don't get stuck in the stories. You know, don't get stuck in the story wrapped around why something happened, why it's painful. You know, if you stay with the story for too long, it becomes programming, it becomes part of your identity. And that's where sometimes we can attach too strongly to this idea that that is actually part of who we are. It's really just a backstory and how you're getting here. So if you can, you know, spend some time with the questions, look over it, just to give yourself a bit of liberation from the story of it being necessarily good or bad, and just moving forward. You know, that's what it's all about. So yes, as I said, there's loss is an illusion. There's always transformation. So it's really worthwhile to have a look at that, and yeah, spend some time with it. So going to wrap up the topic of the week section with a little clip of The Dream, because this particular song is all about being in a true space of love and gratitude. And yeah, I thought what a beautiful way to end up on that particular one is with a bit of love and gratitude. So here we are for The Dream. And it's not playing because I've clicked off it, and it's here.
Please don't wake me if I'm dreaming. Let me have this beautiful dream. My heart is wide open. You bring out the light in me. Can you see into my heart? It's shining. Never tear this world apart if we're dreaming.
to you guys. So good night to Angel and Midnight. I just saw you guys have to go. That is all good. And thank you, Randy. Yeah, that's a bit of love of the dream there. All good. Sending out big love to you guys. I see Maria been sharing in there. Beautiful. Big love to all of you. And I love it how you guys connect and share in the chat. It's just beautiful. Awesome. Big love to all of you guys. All right. So you know what? Now that means it is time to share. Very, very exciting. The actual promo clip for the new industrial dance video project. Yay! So very, very cool. Going to be sharing that with you guys in just a second. So yes, the project is, the actual song itself is called Be Here Now, and it's all about being present, being in the moment, just really in that space of inspiration, and you know how we connect with that space through music and dance, and I know you guys connect with it here when we get the chills together and all that sort of thing. So very, very cool. Yay! Axe got zoned out. I love it. Awesome, Axe. So you guys, I'm not going to wait around, and here is the first ever look at this industrial dance video project coming up. All right, enjoy. Hey everyone, it's Brioni Faith, and I'm super excited to be sharing with you my very next industrial dance video project. This one is for a really inspiring new release coming up called Be Here Now. The song is about being fully present in the moment, and so the video is going to be about sharing the inspiration of being here now through music and dance. Of course, this project will have an industrial dance theme, and I really want you to wear something that fully inspires you and film somewhere that really inspires you as well. The theme of this is inspiration and being present. My only request is going to be obviously for high quality HD footage, and also I'm going to request to film part of your submission with a light background and part of it with a dark background as well. My vision for the video is for us to be coming out of the dark and into the light, so footage that's going to work best with both is going to be ideal. This project is open to as many dancers as would love to be part of it, so it's my vision to have as many people from all over the world as possible and to be just sharing our inspiration and love of the dance. So check out the description below for all the details and for everything you need to know about being part of the project. So have fun, I can't wait to see what you come up with, and the deadline for this project is May 14th. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and be inspired, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you soon. So bye for now, and a bientôt.
In this moment, all I need is here.
Alright you guys, what do you think? Yay! Some pretty cool reactions coming through there. I just had to send that little bit of the breakdown vocal just at the end there, so you get an idea. And yay, Maria says it's huge. Yes. Oh, that was, you're talking about the painting. Cool. Yes, very, very atmospheric kind of song, so I hope you guys love it. And as I said, it's going to be kind of revealed in little bits, so yeah, really want to save the full reveal for the actual yes, the big, video release and all that kind of thing. So, yay. Thank you, Christine and Frank and Axe. Love it. Awesome. And Eduardo, very cool. Hope it inspires you. And as I said, after this stream after the Patreon stream today, I will be making it public. So then there'll be links to my website and how to become part of the project and all this sort of thing. So very, very cool. Excellent. Oh, happy Zorro. Thank you, my friend. He's inspired. Yay. Get your dancing shoes on. Happy Zorro. We're going to be doing some music videos over here. All right. Fantastic. And I got to share with you guys that, this song, well, it's straight from the heart for me. They all are. Let's be honest. They all are. But this one is a little different. Like it's really almost around that moment of coming into life, like the moment of being born and that kind of thing. And it's just like about being here now, being present in the moment, and just the inspiration around the gift of life and music and dance and inspiration. So just, yeah, can't wait to get really stuck into this project and see how it all unfolds. Awesome. All right, so do you want videos submitted by email or YouTube? Frankly, the best way is what the dancers generally do is upload it to YouTube as an unlisted video, and then I can kind of download it from there. So that's usually what we do. Some send it through by Dropbox, which is fine. But yeah, it's totally fine to do it through the YouTube way, which is nice and easy and all good. But yes, really opening this up wide this time. Like, I really want to get as many dancers as possible. I know that's going to mean a crazy amount of editing for me, but that's okay because it's worth it. And I just really want to... Oh, Blippy, beautiful. Thank you, my love, for the super chats there. Just sharing the inspiration. Beautiful. Yeah, so it's really, like I said, opening it up to, you know anybody who wants to industrial dance, be part of the project. There's a few requirements like HD footage and all of this sort of thing that's really important. A few guidelines in the terms and conditions just on how to shoot. Like if you're ever wondering about how to frame a shot, I'd refer back to the way the dancers have shot in skyscrapers and that kind of thing. It's really useful, not being too far away from the camera and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I may put out a little video just on that and a few tips. But yes, Maria, yes, Sam said he'd love to be part of it, so that'll be cool. And see if we've got to get like the US representing this time. It's always Europe, Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Australia, but I don't think I've had anyone from the US as yet, so that would be awesome. You guys get in amongst it, show them how it's done over there. Very cool. All right, so you know what it's time for, which is trivia time, my friends. Excellent. And what we're going to be playing for today is a download of the full EP For the Dream. That is the little song in there. So we got the little clip in of The Dream, and the remixes and everything will come through for you there. So it's going to be one winner. This is the way we're doing it now. We have 5 questions. You go into the final round, and the winner is the person who gets a question right in the final round. Patreons, I'm sorry if I'm going to be running over a little bit late today, but we'll carry on after this. Anyway, all good. Too much going on today. It's too inspiring, too exciting. All good. All right, you guys, are you ready for some trivia? Excellent. I'm taking that as a yes. Okay, so question number 1. What was the name of my first French release? Dun, 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 dun. First French release. The very first one. That would be, the name will be the French name for falling, even though it's not exactly falling. It's around that particular time. So I don't know if that helps. Hopefully. And I'm ready and poised with the correct answer button, which comes with sound effects now. And let's see what we got. Anybody knows the name of the first French release? Dun 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 dun. Waiting for the answer to come through. Somebody? No, not quite inhuman. Axe always gives me an interesting answer. Falling in the French one. Oh, close, Alexi. The other one, my friend. The other one. The other one. Alexi, you can do it. I know you know this. The very first French release was coming up now. Waiting for it. Okay, the very first word is son. I'm going to make it easier for you. Making it easier for you. S-A-N-S is the first word. We got to get this, people. We can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. All right, Alexi, I'm waiting for the lag, and I'm sure you know this, my friend. No pressure. No pressure. But I know you know it. And are we going to bypass this first question? I'm going to give it another 5 seconds. Let's see. That's okay. No pressure, you guys, if you can't get it. And 5. Oh, Lothar. Lothar. Yay. Lothar got it, everybody. Well done, Lothar. Sans retour. Or sans retour, as we would say. In the French. Very good. Français, I should say. All right. Good job, Lothar. Well done. Okay, on to question number 2. Question number 2. In the song Need to Change, what is the main catchphrase in that song? Now, this is probably a bit easier, hopefully. So, the 6 words that as the first, the kind of slogan in Need to Change. Hey, Facundo, welcome back, my friend. All good to see you. All right, so the 6 words in Need to Change. I'll start you off. The first word is change. Change your... Oh, gave you 2 words. 6 words. The slogan. The big kind of perception shifter in Need to Change. Ding, 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 ding. All right, Jag. Yes. Jag Taggart. Well done. Change your mind, change your life. I really liked that, was it the George G remix? No, the TH Project that we played last week. That was amazing. That had the change your mind, change your life. Really almost scary. It was so good. The whispers in there, brilliant. Well done. So we've got Lothar on 1, Jag Taggart on 1. All right. Question number 3. People, what is the name of the release? Oh, this is going to be a bit trickier maybe. The name of the release that is a collaboration with Mr. X that has a beach theme and it's named after a season. What's the name of that release? The name of that song that is, yes, a collaboration with Mr. X, has a beach theme, named after a season. Ooh, can anybody get it? This will be a little bit trickier. It's a little bit less, let's see. It's more of a, collaboration, this one. Ding, 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 ding. Not human, although he was a co-producer on that. Yes. And let's say that there's 4 seasons in the year, right? Spring, summer, autumn, winter. Yay, Maria. Woohoo, Maria Curry. Summertime. Good stuff. Excellent. Good job, Maria. You got it. Well done, everybody. Oh, look, everyone knows it now. Good stuff. All right. So we've got Maria, Jag, and Lothar into the final round. And we've got 2 more chances, people. So name one of the dancers in the Skyscrapers music video. Apart from me, so not me. One of the dancers in the Skyscrapers music video. Should be fairly easy when one of them did an interview here today. Dun, 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 dun. I know this. You guys are going to get this real quick. Waiting for it. All right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's the answer coming through? See how slow the lag is today. Dun, 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 dun. Waiting for it. Christine's typing in the dark. See how I think you'll be able to type this one, Christine. Oh, Lothar got it. There you go. Well done, Lothar. Hang on. Lothar, you're already in the final round. Let's go for the next person. Crimson. Crimson. Alright. Well done. Oh look, all the names coming through. Fantastic. All right. So we'll give that one to Crimson. Crimson. Excellent. You are in the final round, my friend. Kivana was in the Skyscrapers video. Absolutely. All right. So, Kivana, Jag, Lothar, Maria. I think I'm on track. Am I remembering everyone correctly that's in this? Into the final round. And one more chance, you people. One more chance. So, haha, if you're paying attention, what is the name of my new release coming up that I've just launched that dance video project for? What's the name of the song there? I've mentioned it a couple of times. See who is paying attention. Lothar's always on a roll, isn't he? Facundo. He nails it. So good. All right. What is the name of the new song coming up that we're doing the project for? Let's see. How do we go about this one? What do you think it could be? B. B. It's a little hint there for you all. No, we're not going to name it Dreams X. We've kind of done that one already a little bit. Oh, well done. Charisma. Oh, Alexi, be hero now. Be here now it was. Charisma, I have to give it to you there, my friend. Perfect. Excellent. Good job. All right, you guys. We're on to the final round. Very exciting. Who is going to win? So, Charisma, Lothar, Jag, Crimson, and Maria. You guys are in the final round. Anyone else puts in an answer, you're going to help them out. That is totally fine. It was all good sportsmanship here. But what we need to know for the final round question is name the song used in the How to Industrial Dance tutorial. So my tutorial on How to Industrial Dance, the first one, name the song which I used for that. It's in the background the whole way through it. The whole way through the song there. So this is the decider, people. The person who gets this question right wins the prize of the download. Very, very exciting. Oh my goodness. Still laughing at Axe. You're funny. I love it. All right, you guys. So what is the name of the song used in that tutorial? Yes, Dave is helping out the people in the final round. Good on you, Dave. Love it. Crimson. Woo! All right, where are we? Here we go. Crimson. Yes. The crowd goes wild. Crimson Hex is the grand winner for today's trivia section, everybody. Yes. Congratulations, Crimson. I think we need another yay because that was just so impressive. Good job. Excellent. All right, so that is it. Crimson, get in touch with me on Facebook and or email, whichever suits you best, and I will send you through a link, my friend, to the download for the Dream. So that is your grand prize for today. Just amazing. All right, you guys. So what that means is that we are on to giveaway time. And this, again, just to remind you guys, is for anyone that has been part of the Facebook group, doing the like, share, comment thing with the post there, which is amazingly appreciated. Sharing the love of the live stream. And you get your name in this amazing purple bowl here. This is what it's all about. The giveaway for 3 EPs. And that is what we're playing for here today. It's going to be signed, sent out to you. And today it's Ron Carlson. Good job, Ron. How about that? Ron, are you still here? If you are, you know what that means. You get the double whammy, which is the download and the 3 EPs. So let's see if Ron is still here, everyone. Congratulations, Ron. Either way, we'll be in touch through Facebook, whatever suits you, and we will be sending out 3 of these of your choice to you. And I almost forgot for Ron. So don't have my hands here, people. It's clearly this is what's going on. I need like a third arm to press buttons while I'm drawing things, holding microphones. Ron, congratulations to you. All right. Don't know if he's here, but that is okay. We love you, Ron, and you will be getting that sent out to you, my friend. Good stuff. All right. So, you guys, we're going to be wrapping up over here. It's been an amazing stream with you guys today. Just loving sharing all this like amazing new information and things going on. It's just a real, inspiring time, and looking forward to, there's going to be lots of creating, lots of editing in my life going on. Yes, a little delay on the cheering there, Dave. Yes, a little delayed reaction. There was a lag from the crowd in the background. That's okay. But yes, very, very inspiring to be, moving on with some new projects and yes, getting on with some new material. So very, very exciting, you guys. Big love to you all. Thank you to Blippy and to Happy Zorro for your support there on the stream. Very, very grateful for that, you guys. Hey, Ron's here, everyone. Well done, Ron. You got it this week, my friend. See, hang out here long enough. It's going to happen, you guys. That's it. If you missed out this particular week, then catch up next week and be in next week. You will be in with a chance again. All good. All right, my friends, so next week we'll be catching up and sharing some more love, some updates on some projects and things, and see what's going on there. And yes, going to be heading over very, very soon to my Patreon live stream, a very different, chilled kind of, less structured kind of vibe going on over there, but a very cool opportunity to connect with you guys a bit more, and also yes, just delve into some topics and some questions a little deeper, wherever the conversation wants to go. So if you're inspired to, come hang out with us on Patreon after this particular one. And otherwise, I will look forward to catching up with you guys at the next perfect time next week, or whenever is the next perfect time for you. So much love to you all. Mwah. And group hug, of course. Bring it in, everyone. Bring it in. Big love to you guys. And thank you for being here and sharing the inspiration of the new project and everything. And I really look forward to catching up with you either very soon over at Patreon or next week. Lovely. All right, you guys, take care. Stay inspired. Be awesome as you are and the stars that you are. Big love. All right. So bye for now. Mwah. And a bientôt.